It's so great to watch anything live, because if you watch skating on television, the camera goes along with the skaters, so you don't realize how fast they skate and how much speed and how high the jumps are and things like that. So when you see it live, it's just way more exciting. I think people will really enjoy it.
Tell me about how this area is going to respond to something so exciting like that? I mean, what's going to be the reaction?
I don't know how this area is going to respond, but I hope that they come out and see the championships, because it is a lot of fun. And the kids that are competing have worked so hard for a lot of years, and to be here and to be a part of this, and they compete all around the country. It's the best in the country that are going to be here. So it's pretty exciting, and it's right after the Olympic year, so there's a lot of excitement still, and you know, there'll be a big fight for a new champion, and so it's going to be really exciting.
I have one question.
Okay.
Baseball players can't come back, 15, 20 years afterwards. Bigger skaters can. Talk about.
Oh, I'm not coming back.
I know, but you
the longevity of
your. Yeah, well, I'm really very fortunate to be in a sport that can turn into entertainment, and it's not just about the jumps and the competition. And I mean, at this point, I'm 40. I have 3 kids. I'm not doing actually tons more than these young kids that are out here, but it's a lot of it's about entertainment, and the people to get a couple hours away from their daily busy lives, and to just sit and relax and not have to feel like they're on the edge of their seat, like, oh, are they going to do the triples, and be entertained. So I'm really lucky to be able to continue that, although it's getting hard now.
Anything else you need?
What are you doing these days besides doing events like this?
Well, I skated in 3 or 4 television events this season, and I'm the spokesperson for the Foundation Fighting Blindness. My mom is blind, so I've always been involved in a lot of blind charities and things. And I have 3 children, 13 to 19 months, so I'm pretty busy at home. I don't really even have a babysitter except my parents, and so I'm just mainly a mom. And I just sort of take events as they come and pick and choose, because I really want to be home most of the time.
I know she kind of already asked you this, but tell me why you're here tonight, the significance of you being here.
Well, I think it's so nice to be asked to be a part of something like this, where it's for charity, and this will give back to people for the whole year, not just at Christmas time. I think that's really a wonderful thing, but it's also for Paul Wiley asked me to be a part of this, because he's having to do with the national championships coming here next year, and he asked me, and so I said yes, of course, because we train together and we're good friends. And it's exciting that the national championships can come to Greensboro, because I think it's just a really exciting time for people to be able to see something live. It's exciting. It gives them a few hours away from their daily pressures, and they can go enjoy something that's athletic but also really entertaining and beautiful.
Are you looking forward to skating with Paul again on the ice tonight? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's very funny, and I tease him a lot, probably too much, but we're, buddies, from a long time. And it's so funny. We were skating, and I'm like, Paul, geez, it seems like we've done this before, because, some of it just comes back. He's like, I think we should do this footwork, and we did like 20 years ago together. It's funny that it just comes back so easily. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, one quick question.
Hi.
Bill Flynn with WMAG, and we're sponsoring the event that's coming up, the championships. This is Alan with our station.
Yes.
I got 2 questions for you. One is, you said you love to tease Paul. What do you tease him about? What's he really sensitive about, and how that he handles well? What is that?
Oh, he handles it all well, actually. He's such a good sport. We lived together for a few years, because Cape Cod's really expensive during training years, and he would never take out the trash or put the milk away, and he'd drive me crazy. Like the 3rd year, you want to be roommates again? I'm like, no way, he's kind of a slob, and his poor wife has to deal with that now.
It's
not
so
me.
pristine on the ice. You never. The other thing
kidding.
that, and I'm sure you've talked about it, as your mom, visually handicapped, to be able to know the power of your skating and the poetry of it. How does she know that, and how does she sense it?
Well, she is legally blind. She can see very little. But I do all my programs in the living room for her, and sort of just try and explain it a little, and that way it's close by and not just whipping by her on the ice and she has no idea what I'm doing. But it's, I I don't know. It's been a challenge for her. I think more challenging is not being able to see expressions on her grandchildren's faces. That's harder, I think, now. But I don't know. I'm lucky. I was always very supported by my parents and Paul for training together. He, you know, without training with him, I wonder if I would have done all that I was able to do, because he made it a lot easier and a lot more bearable on tough days. And he's a good friend and a good person, and I'm honored that he picks me to call to ask to do something. You know, it's nice.
I think this kind of ends our
Even if he's
interview.
older than me too. He's older than me.
It's going to be great.